James Bond's first mission almost never happened. Dr. No wasn't supposed to be the first 007 film. The star was balding and wearing a secret toupee, and the most iconic bikini in cinema history was a last-minute wardrobe change. Even Bond's legendary introduction, those 3 words that defined cool for generations, wasn't in the script. So, what else are you missing? Today, we're uncovering 15 fascinating secrets hiding in plain sight in the film that launched the greatest spy franchise in history. By the end, you'll never watch Dr. No the same way again. Number 15. The film that wasn't supposed to come first. Thunderball was originally planned as the first Bond film, but was stuck in a legal dispute with screenwriter Kevin McClory. Broccoli and Saltzman pivoted to Dr. No purely because it was the only available option. The entire trajectory of the franchise was shaped by a legal argument over a screenplay. Without that courtroom battle, we might never have gotten Sean, Connery's casino introduction, or Honey Rider emerging from the waves. Sometimes, the best creative decisions are the ones forced upon you. Number 14. The 3 Blind Mice. The film opens with 3 assassins disguised as blind street musicians playing 3 blind mice. It's Bond's first scene establishing that danger hides in plain sight, a quietly brilliant piece of filmmaking that sets the tone for everything that follows. This opening immediately tells audiences that in Bond's world, nothing is quite what it seems. The innocent and the deadly wear the same face. It's a masterclass in establishing theme through visual storytelling, and it happens before Bond himself even appears on screen. Number 13. Bond. James Bond. The most famous self-introduction in cinema history was spoken for the very first time in Dr. No at a baccarat table. The timing, the stillness, the faint upward lilt, none of that was written. It was pure instinct from Connery, and in that single moment, a Z-Azure character was born who would define cool for more than half a century. Director Terrence Young had the wisdom to recognize lightning in a bottle and kept the take exactly as Connery delivered it. 3 words, 2 seconds, 60 years of cultural impact. Number 12. Shaken, not stirred. It starts here. Bond orders his vodka martini shaken, not stirred for the first time in Dr. No. In 1960s cocktail culture, stirring was considered the refined method. Shaking was seen as coarse. Bond's preference was deliberate character coding. He breaks established rules even in social rituals and simply doesn't care. It's a tiny detail that speaks volumes about who this character is. He doesn't follow convention. He doesn't seek approval. He does things his way. Consequences be damned. Number 11. The $1 Million Gamble. Dr. No was made on a budget of just over $1 million. United Artists handed over the money half expecting the project to quietly disappear. Instead, it grossed nearly $60 million worldwide, a return of almost 60 to 1, and became the foundation for one of the most profitable franchises in cinema history. The studio executives who greenlit this risky spy thriller on a shoestring budget had absolutely no idea they were financing a cultural phenomenon that would still be thriving 6 decades later. Number 10. Honey Rider's secret voice. The voice you hear when Ursula Andress steps out of the Jamaican Sea is not hers. Her Swiss-German accent was considered too strong, so the entire role was dubbed by British actress Nikki Vanderil in post-production. Andress reportedly didn't find out until she attended a screening of the finished film. Imagine delivering what you think is your breakout performance only to discover in a darkened theater that someone else's voice is coming out of your mouth. Despite this, Andress's physical presence was so powerful that she became an international star anyway. Number 9. The bikini that almost wasn't. Early versions of the script had Honey Rider arriving in a white dress. Director Terrence Young pushed for the bikini, then added the knife belt to give the character an edge of independence. The costume sold at auction in 2001 for £35,000. And Halle Berry's orange bikini in Die Another Day was a direct, loving homage. That single wardrobe decision created one of the most recognizable images in cinema history and established the template for Bond girls as equals, not just decoration. Number 8. The fan who rewrote spy history. In 1956, firearms expert Jeffrey Boothroyd wrote Ian Fleming a personal letter arguing that the world's most dangerous spy deserved a better weapon than a Beretta. Fleming switched Bond's gun to the Walther PPK in his very next novel and named a character after Boothroyd in the same book, a character who eventually evolved into Q. A single fan letter changed the franchise forever. The Walther PPK became as synonymous with Bond as the Tuxedo and the Aston Martin, all because one weapons enthusiast took the time to write an author he admired. Number 7. The tarantula on his chest. Connery reportedly had a genuine fear of spiders. The scene where a tarantula crawls slowly across a sleeping Bond's chest was deeply uncomfortable to film. Some accounts claim a pane of glass was placed between Connery and the spider, a detail that's never been fully confirmed. Either way, the tension you see on screen is absolutely real. Connery's controlled breathing and barely suppressed panic aren't acting. They're authentic human fear captured on film. Number 6. The secret beneath the hair. Connery had been going bald since his early 20s and wore a professionally crafted hairpiece in every single Bond film he made. The production team worked meticulously to keep it off camera. Connery later spoke about it openly, calling it simply a professional tool, no different from a costume. His refreshing honesty about something many actors guard obsessively only added to his reputation as a no-nonsense professional who understood the difference between the character and the man. Number 5. The man behind the barrel. The gun barrel sequence, one of the most recognizable images in all of cinema, was designed by Maurice Binder specifically for Dr. No. What most fans don't know, the figure seen through the barrel in the original is not Connery. It was stuntman Bob Simmons. Connery's own version wasn't filmed until later in the franchise. That iconic silhouette that defined James Bond for millions of viewers wasn't even performed by the man who made Bond famous. Number 4. The wrong Q. The Q who appears in Dr. No is not the iconic Desmond Llewellyn. The role was played by Peter Burton, who gave Bond almost nothing in terms of gadgets. Burton didn't return, and Llewellyn stepped in, playing Q for 36 years across 17 films. Burton's brief appearance is so forgettable that most fans don't even remember Q appearing in Dr. No at all. Llewellyn would transform the role into something essential, but in this first film, Q is barely a footnote. Number 3. Moneypennys' first flirt. Lois Maxwell debuted as Miss Moneypenny in Dr. No, instantly establishing the warm, flirtatious dynamic with Bond that became a franchise staple. She played the role in 14 consecutive Bond films over 24 years, a longevity record for any supporting character in the series. The chemistry between Maxwell and Connery was immediate and genuine, creating a relationship that added warmth and humanity to a character who could otherwise feel emotionally distant. Number 2. The villain lair that changed cinema. Production designer Ken Adam built Dr. No's modernist reactor control room entirely on sound stages at Pinewood Studios. The set consumed a significant portion of the already thin budget, but established the template for the Bond villain lair that would define the franchise for decades. Before Dr. No, movie villains worked from ordinary offices and warehouses. After Dr. No, every self-respecting supervillain needed an underground base with impossible architecture and gleaming technology. Ken Adam didn't just design a set, he created a visual language. Number 1. The most brutal villain death in Bond history. Dr. No doesn't get shot or blown up. He's boiled alive in his own nuclear reactor coolant pool, dragged under by the machinery he built himself. For a character defined by cold, clinical control, being destroyed by his own technology carries a deliberate poetic weight the film never bothers to explain. It's horrifying, unforgettable, and strangely fitting. The man who tried to control atomic power is consumed by it. Justice in the Bond universe is rarely clean, but it's always definitive.